Alright, hello folks, Jack here from Peach Guitars. I'm coming to you today with another Saloon special. So, I'm going to take you through 5 P-90 equipped guitars today. But before I get into the video, let me please remind you, as always, to leave a like, make sure you comment with your thoughts at the end of the video as well, and make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Okay, so in today's Saloon shootout video, this isn't necessarily going to be considered a shootout because what I've got are 5 guitars from the Saloon that all come equipped with some form of P-90 pickup. But I've got 5 guitars that are totally different from one another, and I think this just kind of encapsulates how broad the stock that we carry in the Saloon actually is. Whatever you're looking for, I think it all boils down to just how magically versatile this fantastic pickup is here, the P-90 pickup. So for those who are unaware, the P-90 is a single coil pickup that I think, unfortunately, always gets overshadowed slightly. And I think it's about time that the humble P-90 pickup gets a little bit more recognition. And so, the 5 instruments that I've got for you today will do exactly that. No matter what style you're looking at, this pickup has a place in a guitar for you. So, I'm not going to spend too long talking about the specs. If you want to find out more details about each individual guitar in this lineup, then click the link in the description below and check out peachguitars.com for all that information. There'll be links for each guitar. But I'm just going to walk you through a couple of my thoughts on each instrument, what I think they're probably best suited for, and play you a little bit of a clip on each. Starting out with this Revolta, as I mentioned, this is a Peach exclusive. Specifically, we've gone for the Combinata XVII model, so I guess that's 17. But those letters and numbers signify certain things about the model in terms of the pickup and electronic configuration and so on and so forth. So the Combinata is kind of the bread and butter model from Revolta. It's got this sort of really nice offset shape, which is actually very comfortable, and that's supplemented by this exclusive edition having a fully satinized finish, which is unusual. And it's also got this really nice sonic blue colour to it as well. So this is one of the better looking guitars, I think, in the whole of the Saloon. And given the satin finish all over, on the body and the neck, it's one of the best playing as well. So this is also the only guitar here that actually comes equipped with this vintage style, almost Bigsby style vibrato unit. So obviously that puts you in mindset of a certain style. This guitar sounds great for some clean ambient chords where you just want to get a little bit of subtle vibrato going. But when you crank this up and put on some overdrive, it also responds really, really nicely in that context as well. Next guitar along is going to be no stranger to most of you out there. Gibson, of course, were probably, and always have been, at the forefront of P-90 equipped guitars. At least back in the 50s they were, when they had models like the Les Paul Juniors and the Specials coming along, which are actually initially aimed at students. They were kind of considered to be more beginner level guitars, and I've got the modern equivalent here, which is the Les Paul Special Tribute in a worn white finish. So what you get with these guitars is basically Gibson's kind of whole ethos of design stripped back to the bare minimum. So it's a really nice satin finish on this guitar. There's nothing to get in your way all the way up the neck. And you've literally just got two P-90s strapped to a mahogany wood body with a mahogany neck. It's as simple as it gets, but it's a timeless design that works very, very well. Okay, third guitar along is from another one of our favourite Saloon brands. I often think of these kind of as the counterpart to Revolta in a lot of ways. They share a lot of similar design sensibilities. But what I think you find with the Reverend brand is they're not afraid to sort of keep the retro styling but push forward a little bit more in terms of their electronic designs and what they actually make the instrument capable of being able to do. So this particular Reverend is the Charger 290 model. I'm guessing that denotes the two single-coil P-90 pickups in here, but there's a little bit of a mix-up here. So, for example, Carina wood body, which features on all Reverend guitars, is mated with a roasted maple neck with a Pau Ferro fingerboard, locking tuners, obviously the two P-90 pickups. You've got a Tune-o-matic style tailpiece, which is very comfortable if you're kind of coming from a Gibson school of thought. The standard volume and tone, but my favourite feature of all Reverend guitars is this, which is actually a bass cut control. So you'll see me alternating this quite often whenever I'm playing a Reverend guitar, and you really hear it probably to its best effect with a pickup like a P-90, where it's got maximum bark and kind of heft to the tone, particularly on the overdriven sounds. But then when you want to clean things up, rather than having to rely on the volume, you can use this bass cut, and it really just takes a lot of the woofiness away, it takes away some of the drive, and it lets this P-90 fantastic sounding pickup in both the neck and bridge positions just speak in a very clear, articulate way for those clean voicings. moving along to what is probably the most unusual guitar of the bunch today. It's probably the one that caught your eye first of all, I would imagine. This is part of Fender's limited edition offset range, and it's actually one of the made in Japan instruments, and this is kind of where Fender gets to flex their creative muscles a little bit. So this offset telly, as they're calling it, is obviously quite different to a regular Telecaster. It's Carina wood on the body and the neck with a rosewood fingerboard. It's actually quite a hefty neck. This is one of the largest Fender neck profiles that I've ever felt, and I really like it for that. It adds a lot of extra depth to the tone. Obviously having the oversized offset style body does as well. As opposed to a regular Telecaster design, you're getting a lot of extended low frequencies from this, but the P-90s are a perfect complement to that once again. Standard telly switching with a 3-position pickup selector switch, volume and tone, cut-off telly bridge plate, bridge style as well with the brass saddles. So it's an interesting little mix-up, but what you get is a guitar that has a really sweet side to it on the cleaner voicings. It's got a lot of that sort of mellow Telecaster nature, but when you pile on some overdrive to this, it speaks in a way that only a Fender guitar can, and by mashing together all these different elements, Fender have created something that truly sounds unique while still remaining very familiar to you at the same time. So the last guitar I've got to show you today is certainly the standout, certainly the oddball here, compared to the other 4 guitars which have all been a little bit more classic in nature. What this Yamaha Pacifica PA611 guitar, I think it is, there's a bunch of other letters in the name that I can't remember, but basically what this is Yamaha's take on merging the two worlds, incorporating a P-90 pickup in the neck with a humbucking coil splittable pickup in the bridge position, as well as a more traditional synchronized tremolo style unit. You kind of get a real interesting mashup of all different features. And what I like about this is that it doesn't pertain to one particular style, perhaps more than any other instrument here. It allows you as the player to kind of facilitate any style that you like. So it sounds great on clean, whether that is with the neck P-90 pickup or the bridge humbucking pickup in coil split mode, which you'll see me activating via the tone control. But then, unlike any of the other guitars here, when you do pile on some overdrive, this responds in a much more kind of modern and tight sounding fashion. You've got a standard 3-way position switch, much like all the other guitars here. But I do think, and you see a lot of guitar examples with this particular configuration of a P-90 in the neck and a humbucker in the bridge, it's another combination that just works very well. Once again, it kind of speaks to how versatile the P-90 pickup is to have it seated along something much more powerful here, a humbucking pickup in the bridge, and yet it still sounds right at home. It still offers you tones that are very usable, even with this higher output pickup kind of a context. So if you're looking for kind of a do-it-all guitar without having to spend a huge ton of money, and you still want to have an element of that P-90 goodness to your tone, then this Pacifica guitar will pretty much tick most of the boxes for you, whatever style you're looking at. There we are, folks, another Saloon shootout for you, this time centered around the humble P-90 pickup. I'm sure you'll agree that it is often overlooked, unfortunately, but I'd like you to let me know in the comments not only which of these 5 guitars you think is the best representative for the amazing P-90 pickup, but why not also include some of your favourite P-90 tones down there as well. I want to know what your recommendations are. So hopefully this will offer a little bit of advice to you if you're looking for a P-90 equipped guitar for yourself, and if you are and you want to find out more information about any of these, then click the link in the description below, head to peachguitars.com, and you'll find out everything that you want to know about each of these 5 wonderful guitars from our Saloon. So that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As I said, if you have, please leave a like, comment down below with your thoughts as I mentioned, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you ring the bell so you're notified of all the videos we make in the future. But until the next one, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.